if I didn't want to mess with the sales tax at a gig.
If you don't want to mess with sales tax because of the customer, you don't want them to have to deal with it.
Right. If that comes up, then you take the total amount and divide it by 1.0825. You put that amount, and then on another line, you're gonna actually you keep the sales tax intact on the sales receipt, and then it should add up to the total amount.
Which is why you're using the sales receipt instead of an invoice, because in an invoice you have to tell it what sales tax to put in there. This is set up to automatically compute it for you.
Awesome. That makes sense. I can see it right here. Okay. Okay.
And the reason that you're using 1.0825 is because that's the sales tax here.
Yep.
If it went up to 9%, you'd be dividing the total of your sales. 1.09.
Exactly. Okay, that's great.
Right.
And then
that saves your customer the hassle of having to come up with pennies if they're using cash, or or if they've already got a check written out. Then they can just give you the check, and you don't have to worry about having to rewrite it. And also, whoever's handling merch doesn't have to be constantly adding and computing. They just know, it's 3 CDs, it's $45. Later on, you'll back that tax out. This is the amount you're going to be paying to the state.
And then what? Now we're done? That's it?
Then we're done.
I mean, as far as all checks and cash and all that, I just go to make deposits.
Well, this is your CD sales just for cash and checks. Here's where
this is just for cash
and checks.
So if I need to do 2 separate deals then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Listen to that. Did you hear that? Now you have to do 2 batches. Checks and cash in one, and then credit cards in another.
Right, because the checks and cash, you'll be able to make deposits at any time.
Right.
Let's say you had 3 shows over the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you had nearly $1,000 in checks and cash, but also nearly $1,000 in credit card sales. You're going to be able to deposit that first nearly $1,000 cash and checks on Monday. The other is going to come in bits and pieces. And so you're going to want to enter those the way that you had been entering them, but through here. Through the sales receipts.
So still do sales receipts.
Still do sales receipts. But you would enter them as received when they actually get received. So let's go ahead and we save and close this.
Sure.
Or save and new it because we're going to make a new one.
All right. Yes. Okay. Well, internet connection, ignore.
Yeah. Okay. We're not going.
I know what it's doing.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I don't allow this computer to go online because I want to protect my clients.
We could just say clear because we did it, right? I mean, just do another one.
Well,
it doesn't want to go. New, okay. It's.
And then click cancel. We don't want to. Yes. Okay. Here.
Yeah, it's still.
Save and new. Do not. I don't want to.
It's forcing you.
Because we clicked process MasterCard payment.
Oh, cool.
And we're not.
Okay.
This is let's back up a little bit.
Sure.
If you want to keep track of
it's 9:40 already.
If you want to keep track of separately of just your cash and check sales, just as check and cash sales, you could actually make that up here. Customer job could just be cash and check sales.
Okay, under the customer job. Okay.
And I think I may have started to set you up for that.
Okay. But on the other hand, I like this idea of doing it by venue, so that I can look at, wow, we sold a lot of CDs over the year.
Okay. All right.
You know what I mean?
Then that would be the way to keep it. Then, in which case...
I really like that. We're considering playing a place again. Well, gosh, we sold, that's...
In which case, under memo...
Right.
You could
put it there.
Yeah. So let's put cash...
check. Right.
All right, then so save and close, or save and new, because we're going to do another one. Here we go.
Okay.
That one's been saved.
Right.
Now we're going to go back and let's say we went to Uptown again, and this was Will Taylor. Same date. Let's say it's CD sales. You want to have the same amount?
Sure.
277 for, whoops, it was over here. 277.14
in sales.
Yeah.
Right.
So
you don't even put quantity. It's not necessary. Okay.
Not necessary.
Not necessary. Just the amount right over here.
Unless you're tracking
right.
Inventory.
Right. Okay. Good to know. Good. Okay. It's just sales amount right there. That's probably Amanda.
Yeah.
You want me to grab it?
I'll grab it.
Grab it. Okay.
And then what we would do is in the memo field, you would put. Oh well, actually.
I'm gonna hold. You gotta finish. Yeah.
Hello.
Yep.
How are you? Good. Yeah, me too.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm videotaping.
Here's the
Okay.
thing, and I'm
All right.
sorry.
Just a sec.
I gotta
Go back a little bit. That's okay.
Yeah, go back a little
We're
bit.
still doing tax stuff.
What we've done here is
Yep.
if this was going to be your credit card sales, this
Yes.
just lumped everything together. And if that's not the way they do it, then you may need to enter each
I know.
individual credit card sale as a sales receipt. So if you had 15 and 30 and
Right.
15 and 30, then they're each going to be on there as 15 and 30.
Well, here's let me just tell you what happens with this credit card swiper. I can actually download the mobile payments, and it comes up here. I can go click, 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 apply this to that invoice, and it applies it to a single invoice.
But you're not creating an invoice before the payment.
Right, but I might do it. That's the way I was doing it. Okay, as when I came in, I created an invoice with Uptown Marble Theater, and then all those individual payments I just applied to the invoice because I know the amount. Like you said, I put that amount in there, and all of the charges add up to that amount. So I just go apply, apply, apply. So it applies to that invoice. That's how I did it last time. Can you do it this way too?
So you're talking about after the fact. You already had sold the merchandise. You have You're talking about what you're able to pull up
from the credit cards. I'm talking about credit card sales.
Right. After the fact.
Yep. You can go in and download those charges.
Yeah. Then you would actually apply them against a sales receipt.
And you could, so you can do the same thing for sales receipt. Okay, great.
Yeah.
So that's probably what I'll do rather than trying to create a bunch of individual sales receipts. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah. So let's go ahead and save and close this one.
Sure.
All right. So this one's going to be credit cards.
I mean, that's what my bookkeeper is going to do. Yeah.
All right. So let's save and close that.
So keep memo, credit card. Great. Okay.
All right. No, we're not gonna.
Because that thing's
right.
again.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
It's like by default.
All right, and save and close. All right.
Okay.
Now we're going to go in and receive payments. Where am I? Receive payments.
Yep.
And we were. What was that? Uptown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Only one. Why did only one?
It's bringing up an invoice, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so let me.
That's okay. Just had a pause button on it. That's okay.
Oh, I think these automatically went to undeposited funds. Let's see. Yes, they did. They automatically went to undeposited funds.
Yeah.
So what you would do is, and like I said, it's been a long time since I've done this.
Sure.
Do you see how the cash and check sales and credit card sales?
I see them.
So what you do is, because they're in undeposited funds, you would go to just make deposits against those, and so
that's how you group them together.
that's how you group them together.
Right.
So you wouldn't create a receipt for the credit card sales until you were ready to actually enter them, which is why if you're going to lump them together.
Okay.
Which is why I'm saying they need to be separate.
Yeah.
So let's say, let's say that they're you had 30, 45, and 30, and you had entered each of those. That's how you're going to get the data on the. Let me get rid of this credit card one anyway. Okay. Okay, you're going to go away. Previous. All right. So, I noticed that when I was finishing up your 2010 that you had already started doing this. You had already started receiving credit card sales for this. What you were doing is that each individual was being entered.
Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore.
Oh, you're not?
No. That's
Okay.
that's what I was saying. I'll take one invoice, or in this case, a sales receipt, and apply those individual payments to the whole amount. And that's what I just did for the San Antonio sales last week. I only had like 3 sales, and I was able to. This is a new thing that you actually probably don't know about, but you can. It just applies. I was able to go apply to this invoice, apply to this invoice, apply to this invoice. I didn't have to do any entering, any like busy work. It was very easy.
Can you show me? Or because there isn't anything?
Yeah, because there's nothing pending. Because they were mobile payments with my little card swiper. This is a card swiper, so like I did all the credit card payments.
For instance, what I was doing so this doesn't apply.
So I'm not doing that anymore.
Okay.
But I'm trying to understand how I'll be able to receive on a sales receipt because it didn't look like that worked.
Well, you've created the sales receipt after you've already.
Oh.
See,
'Cause
this
it's
is
4/19.
this
Got
is
it.
Sunday.
Right.
You had a show on Saturday.
Sure.
And what we did was we entered in the 300 in sales from the cash.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That was correct.
Got that. Yep.
Right. And then if you wanted to enter in your credit card sales, you need to enter those in.
A different date.
Well, no, different receipt because because it's going to be separate.
Right.
And the way it gets deposited separately. If you want to put them all together, if you can put them all together, you can put them all together. If you know that you can put them all together.
Right.
But what you're telling me is that they sometimes send some of them separately.
Exactly.
And so
I know.
And you don't know how that's going to be set up until you see
exactly
the payment receipt.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right? So
I know.
in which case
I know it's so.
you would have to receive it. You would have to enter the sales receipt as individuals, 15, 30, 45, however many it is.
Well, shouldn't I do it this way? Like I said, I get an email that says you are receiving a deposit today. Okay, and I can look through that, and it gives me the date, so I'll know where those are from when I get and then I create the sales receipt at that point, because then I'll know exactly how they're grouped.
Well, here's what I'm saying is that
It's just the credit card sales,
Yeah, the cash and checks was nice and easy because we were able to lump all that together. So let's say we have to go. What would it be? It would be not quite 13.
Yeah.
For,
sure.
No, that's not going to be right either. Yeah, I don't want to.
It's okay.
Let's say 1390. All right, close enough. All right, so let's get it. 13. I just want to get it right now.
You're trying to get it to the right. Pull up 15.
All right, so 1386 is going to be to get 15. All right, so we had 1386. Yes. And then also at Uptown. Pandora's got her tail in my hand. Seriously. Thank you.
That's fine.
All right, and this is another credit card sale. All right.
Right, you're doing separate now. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Ignore.
So you think you should
because you've already done. See, we don't have to process it because you've processed it with your phone. So that's why I want to. All right, so save and new, and then one more. What the heck? Why not? All right, so Uptown and Taylor and CDs and what was it? 1386. So 26, 27.
Sure.
Oops, no.
New keyboard.
Yeah. No, I'm doing it sideways. That's why.
Oh yeah.
So this is 27.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. You're putting in
6. So 70. All right. All right. So save and close. All right. So for God's sake, cancel. Oh, I know. Click. All right. All right. So now. We want to go to deposit funds. You know that you've received something that says, this is what's being deposited.
And it's going to list those. And then you can click the ones that can't, then you can match it up. Right. Oh, that one didn't come through on this batch. It's coming through tomorrow. Okay, unclick it. Right.
So
obviously I can do it that way, but that could get really, or the bookkeeper could do it that way because I'm not going to be doing it. So.
But that's how you're going to be able to track your taxes. Right. And currently you're doing it. Right. Show me how you're currently doing it. Okay, so I will get rid of these. I'll clean this up later. Show me how you're currently doing it.
Yeah, let me show you.